Welcome back to you, Chocolate Milkshake. I got asked yesterday, why do you make more money holding your core in quote-unquote boomer stuff compared to new upcoming edge, airdrop farming, short-term trading, using a token explorer to buy new altcoins? How come you actually make money in your core? Baby dolls, the fact that I'm getting asked this question means that you're starting to feel the hope and disbelief rinse of the cycle. This part of the cycle is where everyone feels torment, mental anguish, because they're going through the recovery phase. I like to call it 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's hope and disbelief rinsed and reset. And it goes on longer than what you think. Because remember, the bear market trained everybody to believe that the market will keep going down. So when we move into a new cycle, they are going to have those habits. They're going to do leverage trading. They're going to get out after plus 50%, plus 2x, plus 3x. They're going to get out. And then they go rebuy higher at the end of the cycle with much more size. So this is where they start to get trained. So in my core portfolio, friends, I want to do with you a quick example. Remember, I got asked, man, they're like, hey, I see airdrop farming. I see new coins. I see this AI, whatever. Like, how is it negative negative expected value? Why is it more important to just keep accumulating your core? Very simple. Very, very simple, friends. So these are my core coins. You know I love the stinky link, chain link, LINK. You know I like Hex. You know I love PulseX and PulseChain. You can't get them out yet. If you want to get them, you got to buy Hex in now and then rotate into PulseChain when it's out. You know I love PoorPleb as well. One of my favorite memes, okay? If you want Uninave, you can. If you want boomer gains, you can get Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's no shame in that. However, you will get boomer gains. You ain't getting your 500k Bitcoin. You ain't getting your 20 or 30,000 Ethereum. Hope I'm wrong, okay? So it's really important you think about this, okay? So we can use an example, right? So there's 2 people with portfolios, right? So one person here, he just goes, he follows me. He goes 90% core, 10% lottery, all right? Now this baby doll follows me and they have the core, which is here, okay? And the lottery, don't worry about the lottery. They're literally just lottery tickets, okay? It doesn't even matter what they are. They're not going to change your life. Now, in the core of the portfolio, it's very special. You are in a position of luxury. Let me go through one. Here's the cycle, friends. You see, if we just draw our attention to the first part of this recovery, you're seeing the right-hand side of the chart. You're seeing the right-hand side. You know how it plays out, okay? But this is what it really looked like, okay? This is what it really looked like. This is what it looked like down here. This is when I came in. You had no idea what was coming next. What recovered first was Bitcoin. Bitcoin recovered first, okay, in the recovery phase. It showed the industry, hey, we're not going to zero. All right. Now, also in the midst of this, many altcoins from previous narratives died, which is very unfortunate. So if you didn't do your research into the coins that are still building and to what's going on next, unfortunately, you got absolutely destroyed. If you couldn't rotate into Ethereum in time, because Ethereum was showing that it's a baby doll at this time. So when we move forward, new crypto tech started. And here I have number 2 here. First pump, new crypto tech. So ignore the zombie virus here. This was Uniswap. So the crypto technology, Uniswap was out, and Compound, the coin, made their DeFi yield farming season. They released the coin and the market went mad. Now you could trade and swap assets and do yield farming, etc. Right? So what's really important to know is this washing machine, part of the cycle, had a lot of rinsing. This is a weekly chart, friends. Let me put it on a daily, okay? This was anguish, mental anguish. Okay, this was painful, man. This is very painful. This is, now you're just focusing on this part, but I want you to have a think about this part. Look at this. We start going sideways. Never. Each candle's a day, and then, here comes zombie virus, right? So it just torment. Look how long this is, man. This is a long time, friends. It's a whole year. This is a whole year. And look at this, a whole year we've gone nowhere. This is why this was so crushing. Look at this. Literally, you've gone nowhere for a whole year. 365 days, congratulations. Nowhere. How about that? So this is where people get trained to be paper hands because they see the market going up and down sideways, and they release VIP groups, they release trading indicators. Hey, you can make money left, right, up, down, do this trading stuff. That's what ends up happening, and it trains people to be losers, but they think they're being winners. So what they'll often tell you is they say, hey, you're getting too greedy. What you should do is you should trade and you just make like 30% a week or like 5% a week. That's how they speak to you about it. They consider you, the buy and hold long-term guy, as the gamble guy or girl, and they consider the short-term trader as the humble person just trying to make, my little percent every week, and then they do the compound calculator and they go, in 4 years, I've turned this 10K into like 4.8 million, okay? Doesn't happen. Does not happen. Happens for 1 out of 15,000 people. What happens to the other 14,999? They're gone. They're gone because it doesn't work. The real compounding is when they print the money supply and it slowly flows into crypto. That's the real compounding effect that people don't know about. Well, people think compounding is, if I just compound my gains in and out, in and out, in and out. What you do is, every time you have to make a decision for buying and selling, you increase the risk of your ruin. Isn't that funny? Because you're losing to brokerage trading and you now introduce more risk, more unknown. How are you going to make the next 500 decisions tilt in your favor when you have to choose 500 times? And that's what you're doing when you're trading. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. You move to this altcoin, buy this NFT. You're making so many decisions back and forth. You're not a computer, man. How about you make one decision? You buy and you hold. Yeah, it sucked in this part, but you end up getting the win, right? So this person who holds, see this mental anguish part? If you're in a 90% core, remember, we go back to here, this baby doll portfolio, friends. If you go back, and I showed you here, the 90% core person, during this washing machine part, which is what we just looked at, no matter what happens, you are still a diamond hand believer with me. You are in a position of strength. This is a luxury for anyone because we've done the hard work. You understand Metcalfe's law. You're a baby doll who watches my videos. You understand, so this is a chart. You understand that as you increase the number of users, the price goes parabolic. Squared. That's why. You 10x the user base, you get 100x the price increase. You understand this. I've already been teaching you this time and time again. The people who are the short-term degens, they don't know it. And this is coming from someone like me who loves day trading. I've been doing it for 12 years. I do it every single day. I love it. But even I know the odds are stacked in favor of the long-term buy and holders. So you got to swallow it up. You have to swallow. Now, when you're looking at this, what about the other guy, right? So you have this luxury. No matter what happens, zombie virus happens, doesn't matter. The Hex community is not going anywhere, right? If Russia and Ukraine gets worse, doesn't matter. DeFi is still needed. Chainlink powers all of DeFi. If another bull market happens, doesn't matter. Ethereum is going to get more expensive. PulseChain is going to be needed. Do you understand these? I can sit here on this squeaky chair and tell you that, one, I am pretty hungry right now. I want a banana. And two, I can tell you that this is how you actually make it. The fact that I can sit here and speak to you with words and go, I don't care. You want to send it down 90%? I'm not selling over my dead body. You'll have to pry my hardware wallet out of my cold, dead hands. You're not getting this ledger, baby. No one is. So this is completely blue water zone. This is a zone of friendship. Dare I say, we're going to use the fruit. Sweet, sweet cherries. This is where you want to be. The other person is a degen. So a degen might have 70% USDT. They might have 30% ETH currency. So that what they do is they use it for trading. That's what they end up doing. Okay. So this is a degen trader. So just call it degen. Degen short-termer. So this person, they're not stupid. They're here participating in the whitelists. They're joining different Discords and Telegrams for the NFTs. They're trying to find out new projects. They're trying to buy the newest, hottest, latest coin. They're on different token explorers. They're trying to find what's the latest project that appeared on Dex tools. They're hunting left, right. So on paper, this person looks like they're trying harder, and they are. They are doing so many more hours. So you would say, well, they're putting in 20 times more hours, they should get 20 times the return. But they don't. You want to know why? Because this is why. The reward on your core when you buy in the depression, let's say it's a 30x. Actually, let's put a 20x. Let's put a 20x. Even lower it. You know how amazing this is, friends? A core portfolio means you've done so much work. We can't know the future, but you've done enough work. You understand enough. Your ovaries are steel titanium and your balls are too. You can hold a lot of your savings, a lot of your finance portfolio in this core. A big weight. Big weight. So for example, if someone had, let's say you came to me and said, hey, I got 40,000 cash savings and I'm like, I'm 30 years old. Well, you could put 30 grand out of 40 and just put it into a core. You can do that. Huge. And you can just let it sit there. Isn't that amazing? You just let it sit there. It doesn't matter what happens. This person who's a Degen short-termer, when they're making their 2x here and they're plus 80% and they're liquidity providing, and then they go and do some like leverage trade, and then they go new yield firm, there's a new yield fund, there's a new blockchain, go around, buy the DEX, play the ecosystem. They're not doing it with 100% of the portfolio, friends. They are managing risk like a normal, sane person because there are minus 30 and 40% wicks everywhere and destruction everywhere. So when they get in, they're not getting in with like, this portfolio. They're getting in with like 5%. 5% per narrative or coin. That's what they're doing. So they're getting in 5%. It goes to 2x. They got to get out some. Maybe it comes back. They break even a bit. It goes up 3 or 4x. They got to scale out because they never really believe in anything. All they believe in is the current monthly candle color. That's right. That's all they believe in. I'm not even joking, okay? You see, these are monthly candles, right? If it's green like here, that's it. We're bullish. If it's red, that's it. It's all over. And if you notice, that's how the YouTube influencers are. When there's a red candle, it's all over. When there's a green candle, we have hope. A red candle, it's all over. Okay, but who was your baby doll friend, kind person who's going to eat a banana later for lunch? Who was telling you to get bullish on the red candles? Yes, I told you to get bullish on these as well. Because I know, fast forward this 3-4 years, you're going to look like a genius. That's what I said, 3-4 years. Not 3 to 4 weeks or 3 to 4 months. That's what everyone is hunting. Okay, so you're looking at these two people. I hope this makes sense. This is what I'm saying is nothing true. This is also true in the stock market. People who invest, who do one buy, wait forever, and then one sell, greatly outperform that person who's like rotating up and down, RSI, left, right, all these things. Because on paper, you believe, hey, you're doing 20 times more work, you're hunting more edges, you should be winning. But the problem is friction, buying and selling and the decision making over and over. And what these people don't know is their edge, their competitive edge, they think they're going to have their edge forever, right? Because you can't possibly think in your mind, wow, I might be peaking right now. I actually start going crapper from here. No one ever expects that. When have you ever expected anybody to do that? How realistic is it for someone to say, oh my God, this is the most money I'll ever make, ROI, return on my input, right? For my time, for my investment. Then if for the next 5 years, this is actually the peak. You can't possibly conceive of this because you're learning new information every day. It's coming into your head. So you think you're getting smarter and wiser and there's new coins. You go back to my previous video, friends. How many times have I told you that the game is getting harder? The sweet low-hanging fruit is getting eaten up faster. The euphoria blow-offs are getting tiny. They're getting smaller. Crypto is not going the way of the rocket like it used to. It's going to glide up and go up over time, but it's not going to go in the way you want, which is super fast, parabolic nature here and there, flipping 10x's. People are now settling for a 2x. And they have to because other people are coming in with dollar signs. Retail got rinsed too many times. You're running out of retailers to FOMO buy things without thinking. And this is why, friends, when you look at this, It's super important to understand. This person with 90% core, right? I know some of you are all in on Link. Some of you all in on Hex. Some of you just have a PulseChain sacrifice. Do you know how amazing that is? You can sit there with, like, let's say some of you have like $10,000 collectively, right? In like PulseChain, PulseX, Hex. If you're up 20x, right, from where you put it in. Let's say Hex is $1 and everything's up 20x for you. Now you're at 200K. I promise you right now, you already know in your bones, right, and your knees and your elbows and your earlobe, you know that the party ain't done yet. Why? It's because you've done the work. You know from Metcalfe's Law, you know the people coming in, you've done all the research, you understand this empire being built, and then with Chainlink as well, you know that the game's not over. You're not looking at this green candle going, oh, maybe we're going to go down. I better sell some. You're not thinking of that. That is where you want to be. That means you look at yourself in the mirror every day and you go, I've won it. I know there's that meme, but you actually are that meme. You're a future millionaire. It just hasn't been enough time yet. Go and listen to what Warren Buffett speaks, what you have to do to make it in this game. This is actually how you make it in this game. That's why there are winners, and look what the losers are doing. The losers are clicking around, chasing the short-term stuff. But what I don't know is the people they're competing with, they're getting smarter and smarter over time. So I have to repeat that to you, friends. The people that the degen short-termers are competing with to make their money are increasing their wisdom and experience with every 3-month iteration we walk through in the crypto cycles and in crypto itself. Precisely what this means is people aren't holding for an 8x expecting a 1000x. Now, some will, but the majority won't. There's enough whales who are smarter now because they put in 10K. Now it's up to 80K. They're like, oh, I better get half out, just secure my bag. People were not doing this at the start. They believed in the technology. They did not know what a top was. I hope I'm making myself clear. This is really important for you to understand. The new people coming in, they're not redacted. They're not silly. They're silly people. They came in the past. And the rate of the silliness is dwindling. This is diminishing returns. So who's the smart one? The smart one holds the core. That's what you do. And you buy in the depression. And look, if you bought the top in the last one, doesn't matter. Keep buying. Sell stuff around the house. Get another job. I don't care. You keep averaging. Keep improving your average price. That's what you keep doing. You do one buy and you click sell in 2025 at some point. Or until something changes big. Okay? So you're going to get rinsed, friends. That's why I'm seeing the pressure, the depression feel. So I'm noticing people, the desperation is getting higher, but the diminishing returns are still there. This is what it hurts to see. So you have this post, right? I'm mentioning to you, 2023, this year will be tiring on you. It's tiring on me. I wake up every day. I'm like, oh, man, who did this red candle? It's pissing me off. It's really upsetting. I feel it, man. I feel it with you. Because we're so far down and you're like, how the hell are we ever going to go up, all right? So every time crypto rallies, you are going to get hope. Okay, hope. But then it will stop, go back down, and you get disbelief. I'm going to show you here right now, okay? I have the cheat sheet right here, friends, okay? I actually have this cheat sheet. We are friends here, and we do our homework to show you, okay? Look where disbelief is on the right hand. So there are two disbelief here. So if you ever wondered why, so a lot of people ask me, right, why is there two disbeliefs on the Wall Street cheat sheet? Okay, why? Disbelief, this is a sucker's rally, but then disbelief, this rally will fail like all the others. See, this is the most important part. This continues, friends, forever and ever until we're done. You see this? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. That's what happens in crypto. Hope and disbelief. And I can show you right now, this is what's been happening, right? So I can even, let's bring it right now to the cycle. This is what happens, baby dolls. This is just how it goes. This is how it goes. You get hope. Look at this. Now, hope here got really hopeful in Bitcoin in the previous cycle. But this is what happened, you know? You got hope, H, right? So this was actually D for disbelief. So let's start from the beginning. So the disbelief, like, oh, this one's going to come back down. And then it turned into hope. Everyone was hopeful that we're going to go back to the top, but we didn't. Then we came back down, Disbelief. That was when Backed was a scam exchange that wrecked everyone. Then China's Xi Jinping Winnie the Pooh pump on this green candle. See this big fat green candle was China and blockchain support. Then it failed, Disbelief. It's over again. Then hope. You know what it was? This hope one. This hope was, I hope that we front run the Bitcoin halvening and we're finally clear. And look what happened. The zombie virus, Disbelief. This hurts us to walk through with you. But look what happens next, friends. Back to my post, okay? Back to my post. After all those rinsing, you won't get to experience hope turn to optimism range break. That's probably a 2024 story. Hex and PulseChain included. So what did I say here? Look, I said you won't get to experience hope turn to optimism. If you go back, we're going to show this sheet, right? Where is my baby doll optimism here? Do you see Disbelief? Disbelief, these emotions, right? It's not the exact chart pattern. You're looking at the emotions of people. Disbelief, Smuckers rally, hope a recovery is possible. So you mean a recovery is possible. What they mean is we can recover everyone's portfolios. That is when we break. Look at this. The rally is real. Look what happens here. We all say this rally is real. This rally is real. Now, you're probably going to ask, what does this mean here? Well, look when the rally became real, friends, in Bitcoin. It became real when we broke $20,000. O. We finally got O. Okay. But you can see here, right? There was actually a H here. This is the final one. Right? This is where I think BitMEX in this red candle, BitMEX got stormed. So look at this, friends. Disbelief, hope. That's one cycle, 2, 3, 4. 4 times of rinsing. Oh my God. Isn't that something? Hope and disbelief 4 times. But this was 2019, you know. You can go back to the previous cycle. It's possible we do this. This is the Mt. Gox cycle. We might have this, friends. So it might be, you know, disbelief, hope. You notice we go sideways for a long time. And look at this. This is a long time. February to June. You're going sideways for 4 months, right? So you're in disbelief again. You're like, oh my God, we're not going anywhere. And then hope. And then this was the Bitcoin halvening, by the way. This was the Bitcoin halvening around here in 2016. Hope. And then we dumped on it, disbelief. You see that? And then hope. And then China banned it here again. See, I wasn't even around here, yet I know this chart back to front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that funny? There's 4 rinses. Something very interesting. 4 rinses. And then when did it turn into optimism, friends? Look, we broke 1,100 optimism. We broke the 1,100 high. So, you know, if you want to go to today, if you want to look at it today, I know it sucks, but this is probably disbelief, right? Maybe we're in hope right now. Maybe something happens, disbelief. Maybe there's some hope again. Like it sucks, but we've just started. I don't want to say this. Trust me. I want to be telling you. Yeah, we're going straight up here to 70K. I want to say that, but I know deep down in my loins, the only way we get parabolic crypto is to rinse enough people and to get them to exit. That's just what happens, unfortunately. Obviously, I'm hoping we don't get something like this. I'm hoping it's more towards this one, where it's more gradual over time, just because it's nicer to know that you're up every 3 months rather than going sideways for 1 year, which is what happens, you know? So this would be the equivalent of, say, Hex going back to 25 cents and Chainlink going back to $25. And then from June of this year to June 2024, they're still sideways. That's what would be equivalent if we got this chart pattern, right? Maybe Hex goes to 25 cents, all the way back down to 10 cents, up to 15 cents, back to 10, up to 25, and then you're sideways for a year. That's what, if we got this, right? So that's what you're in for, okay? This is what you're in for. I mentioned this because the context was the testnet of PulseChain. None of this matters, friends. I promise you with my heart. Richard Hart can literally say, I cured cancer, and to get cancer, you're going to have to buy Hex coin, right? Sorry, to get the cancer cure. Sorry, to get the QA, you're gonna have to buy Hex. He could say that. We ain't getting the glorious euphoria. We're not. We need Bitcoin and Ethereum to show us the way. Okay, so manage expectations and emotions. This is what we do. I want to reiterate. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but I tell you this because I love you so much. All right? I'm going to tell you till you get sick of me. You are in a position of luxury when you get to buy things you believe in and get your nice 20x because you are doing 100% weight. Pretty much a lot of you are. You're, well, I got 40 grand savings. That's it. I'm going 40%, 40 grand into core. Some of you done that, or 20 grand. If you're all in core, that's beautiful because you're 100% of your weight. Nobody is putting like, oh, I found this new coin that launched 3 days ago. They're going to make this new utility coin for AI. I'm going to put all my 30 grand into it, all savings. You don't have the luxury of doing that there. And if it drops 50%, you're forced to get out. I hope I make myself clear on this one, friends. Please give mom a big hug for me.